All right, so let's go ahead and get into this playoff environment game between the New Orleans Pelicans visiting the Sacramento Kings. All right, this game will be played Thursday night at 10 p.m. East Coast time. Line opened up over under at 218.5 with Sacramento minus 1 point. Since the line has moved on the over under down to 217, and it's still Sacramento minus 1 on that. So let's go ahead and let's get a little deep dive into this game real quick, man. We look at an injury report with these two teams. New Orleans is still got Brandon Ingram out, and Najee Marshall is questionable, whereas Sacramento, they got forwards questionable. Keegan Murray's questionable, bothered by soreness in the left calf, unknown if he'll partake in Thursday night's game against the Pelicans. And, of course, Malik Monk and Kevin Ward are still out. Now, all that's important because right now, Sacramento's in the number 9 spot, right? They're 44-33, okay? And the Pelicans are 45-32, and they're in the number 7 spot. All right, only one game back or half a game back from the Phoenix Suns. So the Pelicans can literally get themselves out of the play-in if they win this game and have some other things work out for them in the next 2 games. Okay, and whereas Sacramento, they're only 2 games back. To be in all honesty, they can really control their destiny right now, beat the Pelicans, and then win 2 more games, and then we'll call it a day. If the Phoenix Suns lose a game, then Sacramento's out of the play-in, and Phoenix is back in the play-in. So this game is very important as far as playoff seeding is concerned, which is why this is going to be a dogfight. All right, so in the last 10 times these two teams have played, okay, or actually, well, when you're talking about these two teams, man, okay, you're talking about a Pelicans team that has been in poor form as they've lost 5 of the last 8 games overall, but they'll be looking for a third victory or a third straight victory after taking down the slumping Trailblazers in a 110-100 road win on Tuesday. Whereas when you talk about Sacramento, okay, the Kings have been in a little bit of a rut. They lost 5 of their last 8 games overall, and they're trying to bounce back after coming up short against the Thunder in a 112-105 road loss on Tuesday. All right, so like I said, this game is very important, and these two teams are coming in on 2 different trajectories. Head-to-head, Pelicans run this, man, 7-3 straight up. In the last 10, 7-3 against the spread, and 3 to the over, 7 to the under. So this series does trend to the under. The last 4 times these teams have played, the Pelicans have won 4 straight. They covered 4 straight, and it went under 3 of the 4 times. All right, they have played 4 times this season already. So is there a revenge factor in here? Could be, but this game's really important for the Pelicans and really important for Sacramento. So I do not anticipate the Pelicans to come out and take their foot off the gas right now. It's just not in the cards for what they've been trying to accomplish out there, especially with this playoff seeding is concerned. Now, when you look at situationally, the Pelicans, when they're a road favorite, okay, they are 10-11 against the spread, whereas Sacramento, as a home underdog, they're only 2-2. All right, so they've only been a home underdog 4 times all season somehow, and they're 2-2, they're 500. All right, now when you look over under is concerned, as an away favorite, New Orleans goes 9 to the over, 12 to the under, whereas Sacramento, as home underdog, 1 to the over, 3 to the under. Once again, pay attention to the signs, guys. I try to give you these things for a reason. All right, so I'm trying to teach you something so you can go fish on your own. All right, so in the last 10 games, Pelicans are 5-5 straight up, 3-7 against the spread, and 4 to the over, 6 to the under, guys. All right, and so it has not been pretty for them in their last 10, but in their last 3, they are 2-1. And they're straight up, and they're 1-2 against the spread. And they have 2 unders, 1 over in their last 3 games. They played against San Antonio, Phoenix, and Portland. Right now, the Pelicans are on their 4th game in 6 nights. So that's a lot. 2 game. There's a 3rd game on the road right now. But when you look at Sacramento in the last 10, they 5-5 straight up, 6-4 against the spread, 2 to the over and 8 to the under. Like I said, pay attention to the signs, guys. All right, Sacramento's trying to fight right now. That's why they're 6-4 against the spread, And New Orleans, they're trying to just get back on track. That's why they're 3-7 against the spread, and that's why they've won 2 of their last 3 games. When you're looking at how they've actually been scoring in their last 3 games, so New Orleans is averaging 110.7 points per game, giving up 105.3, whereas Sacramento is averaging 104, and they're only giving up 96.7. So, and remember, those last 3 games for Sacramento, like I just got done telling you, were OKC, Brooklyn, and Boston. So there's 2 playoff teams and a tanker. All right, so take that as you will. Whereas New Orleans, they've got 1 playoff team and 2 tankers in their last 3. So, like, how strong is their strength of schedule in that last 3 games that the numbers have been looking like that? And then when you're looking as far as matchup stats, New Orleans got number 13 offense, Sacramento's got the number 17 defense. Whereas Sacramento on offense is ranked 9th, and New Orleans is ranked 8th on defense. So it's definitely a lean towards being a playoff style game, man. And that's what you want to see at this time of the year. You want to be able to see games and lines that are not just playable, but you want to see games that are interesting, man. You want to see people fight, man. You don't want to see people laying down and giving up games and all that type of stuff there. So I'm glad that this game did come up on the schedule. Just to give you a couple facts. So the Pelicans have won each of their last 4 games as underdogs against the Kings. The Pelicans have failed to cover the spread in 10 of their last 11. That's right, 10 of their last 11 games following a road win. And each of the Pelicans' last 7 road games against opponents who are on the first leg of a back-to-back have gone under the total points. All right, and when you're talking about Sacramento, the Kings have won each of their last 13 games as home favorites against Western Conference opponents following a loss. The Kings have failed to cover the spread in each of their last 9 home games against Southwestern Division opponents, and each of the Kings' last 12 games as home favorites against opponents who are on the first leg of a back-to-back have gone over the total points line. But am I leaning towards the over? No. Okay, I think this is going to be an under game. If I was going to play the game, I would definitely still rock with the Pelicans. I believe that they're going to come out trying to move up in that playoff seeding, but I also know Sacramento is going to be trying to move up as well. It's just going to be hard missing Malik Monk out there. So yeah, my lean would be the Pelicans. Yeah, definitely the Pelicans. Maybe play them first half if you like them that much. And as far as over/under is concerned, I'm leaning towards the under. I just feel like this number that went from 220 to down to 216, it did that for a reason. Okay, it did that for a reason. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man.